First thing I would say to everyone and anyone is always listen to what's inside of you. It's there for a reason. The dream, the vision, the inspiration, it's planted in you for a reason, and it's not in anyone else. So you don't need to even look outside and scan and say, does someone already do this? Or there's too many people doing this, because there's 8 billion people on the planet, and we just need to connect to our group, our tribe. And the second thing I would say is it's never too late. I started my company at 40 years old, and I'm still starting things, and I'm just getting started, in fact. So don't ever think you are too old or you can't start again. Where do you start? The first step is to start. You need to start. Don't keep thinking about it, drawing it up on paper, creating all the plans. Start. The idea, who is your customer? How can I get in front of my customer? What is my product? Is my product right for that customer? So my experience, I always look for the white space and I match the product to the customer. So I could walk into any office and any room and pitch the right product to the right people. It may not be my product, but if I'm building a product, you better believe I will find and know who the right people are and know why they need my product and present it thoughtfully for them to understand why they would need it. When I graduated college, it was during a recession. And to even get an on-campus interview, you had to put your name in a hat and be picked to interview with a company. And I didn't get picked for Neiman Marcus, but I got all dressed up in my business suit and I went and sat at the office at 7 a.m. and I waited where I knew they were going to conduct the interviews. And a man walks in dressed with a briefcase. And I said, "Excuse me, are you from Neiman Marcus?" And he said, "Well, yes, I am." And I told him the story. And I said, "Would you have any time today or over the next 3 days to fit me in for an interview?" And he said, "Well, yes, of course. Come on in." Long story short, a month later, I got the envelope in the mail accepting into the executive training program. Entrepreneurship is not easy. Listen, life is not easy. The way you get through the recession, the pandemics, the what's coming, and all of it, the way you get through it is just accepting these are the realities. Now what? Next step. It's always, okay, that happened. Next. Now what do I do? The biggest, I think, skill that entrepreneurs, business people need, and certainly the successful winning ones have, and that's resilience. It's just the ability to get up every day because somebody quits, some, bank calls for something, there's someone ships late, there's a recession, the internet goes down, there's always going to be something. I created the collection. The factory was working with me. There was supposed to be a group who was financing. So I went out and sold it, a couple $100,000, my first collection. I called the factory, check up on them. How's it going? Everything good? He's like, what production? What are you talking about? He basically said, well, we never got the money. We never started the production. So I got off the phone and I fainted. I fainted on a cement floor. I fainted on the floor. I woke up to people. Are you okay? You're okay. I'm fine. Move side. I went to my desk. I went to my computer. I cashed out my 401k and then called the factory and said, I'm going to be the sole owner. I will be financing it. Will you still work with me? Will you produce? They said yes. I transferred the money. So that was okay. But it's never easy.
If you enjoy this podcast, please make sure to subscribe. And to stay updated on everything that the Action Catalyst is up to, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Action Catalyst Podcast and on Twitter at Catalyst_Action. And thanks for listening.